Hello everybody, this is Keto Cooking with Corey, and today we'll be making keto shepherd's pie, or cottage pie, whichever it is. It's delicious nonetheless. The full recipe, ingredients, directions, and all of that nonsense will be down below in the description, and I will do my best to leave links to all the gadgets I also use today. Now let's begin. The recipe calls for 1 small diced onion. I have half of 2 different onions, so I'm just gonna say that's basically 1 whole onion. Yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna dice up the onion real fast with this nifty gadget of mine. Just like so. And perfect. Okay, and now we're going to take 3 stalks of celery and we're going to dice that up too. Now we need cauliflower florets, so we're going to chop that up. Now the recipe calls for 1.6 pounds. I have no idea how much that cauliflower was that I just chopped up. I just decided to assume 1 head of cauliflower was enough, and you guys, I was wrong. That was a small head of cauliflower, and it didn't just follow the recipe, unlike me. Now we need 3 large eggs, but we don't want the whole egg, we just want the egg yolks. Not the white part, just the yolks. So what I like to do is split the egg in half to the best of my ability and kind of let that gunk fall out on its own while doing my best to, manage to keep that yolk in that little place. As long as it stays in that little form circle thing, then it'll work. Now what we're going to do is take a saucepan over medium heat and pour in 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Next, we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic and plop. We will also be adding 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. Now we will finally take that small diced onion and celery and pour it right on in. And now we mix. Make sure you get olive oil on everything. You gotta get it the sauté the correct way. And you're gonna wanna do this for about 5 minutes. Next, we will now add 2 pounds of ground beef. Plop. 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 And plop. Just like that. And now we start mashing it all on up. Now we're just going to let that cook a little bit, make sure the beef gets all nice and brown, stir it up, let it sit, let it just cook. Okay, I think that looks good, so now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Next, we will add 1 cup of beef stock. Then a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And now we're going to let that all simmer together. We're going to cook it for about 15 minutes or until the liquid has reduced a bit. You're going to want to come back and stir it up every little bit so often, just to make sure it's all cooking together nicely. Okay, now we're going to add the green bean. Nope, wait, never mind. Hold on, you guys. Okay, now we're going to add the green beans, and we're going to add 10 ounces of it. And finally, we're going to stir that all together. We're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes, every once in a while coming back to check on it and stir it up a little bit. Now for part 2. In boiling water, add the cauliflower florets. You're just going to cook them until they're tender and soft to the touch. Okay, so now we're going to drain that and leave the cauliflower out a little bit, let it cool down, and we're going to add 3 ounces of butter to the pot. Let it start to melt a little bit, and then add the cauliflower again. And now once again, guys, we will be mashing. Just keep mashing until it's a good texture, but potato-y texture. And that's good enough-ish right now, so we're just going to add the 3 egg yolks in. Okay, that looks good. So now in a medium-sized casserole dish, we're going to add the green beans and beef. It's going to be the bottom layer. You're just going to want to flatten it out, make sure every corner has a good amount of beans and beef. And now we're going to add the top layer, which is going to be that cauliflower mash we just made. Remember how I said I didn't have enough cauliflower? Do you see? I didn't have enough mash to cover up the deliciousness. But that's okay, because now I know way better for next time, and now you guys know too, so you're welcome. Don't just use one cauliflower head, it's not enough. And now we're going to spread that out too, trying to cover each layer. Doing the best I can to cover what I've got. And now we're going to add dried oregano to the top, just a sprinkle, nothing crazy. We are also going to sprinkle on some paprika, just a little bit for the taste. I love that stuff. Now, technically the recipe doesn't call for it, but I just felt like this was the right choice. Adding a nice top layer of cheddar cheese. And you guys, that was like the best decision ever. Now we will finally take it to the oven, where the oven is at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and ready for awesomeness. You're going to want to cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes. It's looking great so far, guys. Crazy, you can see the cheese bubbling up. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take it out now. It smells so good. Wow, look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look amazing? I can't wait to eat it. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Yes, look at the cheese. Look at the cheese. Okay, after letting it sit for a little bit, I think it's time to finally dig in. Do I go there? I'm so confused, honestly. I feel like I'm making my artwork bad. Dog. Wow, it's just falling apart, and look at all that steam. Oh, guys, it's so good. Yes, I would just want the biggest helping I can get. Beautiful. Look at that, you guys. What do you think? Isn't it great? Trust me, it tasted amazing. Amazing. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and just wait, there's going to be many more to come. Bye.